Hi, I'm Pradeep. I'm a software engineer working in Singapore. I'm born and brought up in Chennai, India. I would like to share a testimony about Jesus Christ today and the things that He has done to us in our family. When I was in a young age, my mother was very sick. She had a disease called polymyositis, and that disease paralyzed her, and she couldn't even eat or even turn around in the bed. And her body was becoming very weak day by day, like the muscles are all has gone, and she was very weak at that time. And the days passed, the condition was very worse, and she couldn't even turn in the bed and eat the food by herself. And we were all very much worried at that time. I used to go to a lot of temples to pray for my mother and spend a lot of time in worshipping gods, but nothing improved. One day, my own sister, went to a tailor. She was a Christian sister, and asked her to pray for my mother because of her condition. Then the Christian tailor sister, she came to our house for prayer along with another sister called Naomi, and then they prayed for my mother. And when they were leaving the house, they said, watch Dr. Paul Dinakaran's message and the healing prayer which was coming in the television. Then my mother, one day, she was watching Dr. Paul Dinakaran's message. He was praying at that time for the people who were sick. And then he said, while in the prayers, he said, there is a power of God coming on the house powerfully on this day. And the God will touch parts where it has to be healed. And my mother felt that somebody touched her body at that time. She felt the presence of God, and when there was a touch happened, there was something happened in her body, and she was able to turn around in the bed, and there was a healing, and she was also able to eat the food properly from that day. And it all changed, and miraculously it all happened. My father and my mother initially believed God, Jesus, who delivered from such a problem, and he was very happy that my father was very happy when my mother was really healed. And I was not there at the home. And my mother said Jesus had healed her and Jesus is the Lord. I didn't agree to it because I was in the stronghold of the Hinduism and I couldn't believe what she said. I was arguing with her and I was going in a tough fight with her. I never believed also. But on the same week, when I was sleeping alone in the living room, I heard a clear voice directly speaking into my ears, and this voice was so great. I was trembling in fear. I was really surprised to know, who are you, Lord, who was talking to me like this? But when she said Jesus had spoke to you, and I was really wondering who was this who was speaking to me like this, then I also believed that there is a supernatural power which is acting on this house, our body, which can heal in the name of Jesus. And it all happened and we all started believing it. We shared this testimony to the sisters who came to our house, and they were really happy, and they came to our house and shared the Bibles and told about God, more about God and the healing power of God. From that day on, the darkness of our house changed into lightness, and we are all saved by the Jesus Christ. And our situations in the family were changing from there on, and God did a lot of miracles in the initial days. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to share the testimony. Thank you.